There are so many anime out there, but what makes one better than the other? As this is a subjective topic, you might disagree with me, but I'm gonna use my supercharged monkey brain to explain. And if you disagree at the end of the video, you leave me no choice. I think it's quite simple, and a show only needs one special thing to distinguish itself from the rest. This could be as simple as a show just having really good art, or it having a really unique idea. For the first example, what makes Isekai 1 better than Isekai 2? In my personal opinion, I think that Isekai 1 in this case has a better gimmick that makes it more distinguishable. I, as a simple human, don't need much to be entertained. YouTube Shorts and Instagram both have proven this to me an infinite number of times. So when you change one aspect of a show but still have the very same aspect of another fantasy show I like, you're sure to make the happy chemicals start going wild in the object I call my brain. Isekai anime are a perfect example of this because they do it all the time, and with the infinite possibilities a whole new world gives, it's very easy. Eminence in the Shadow is a combination of any Isekai and One Punch Man that's making it different. Slime, Overlord and Spider, while these three have similarities in the fact that the protagonist becomes a monster in a fantasy world, they still have a lot that makes them different. Look at Overlord, where an ally of the protagonist gets mind-controlled into fighting the protagonist. Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, Slime must have done something different. Maybe like he resurrected his friend with resurrection magic, something like that. If last time Overlord did that. They did the same thing? Okay. Okay, what about War? What about War? Oh, yeah, both have War, okay. They still have vastly different ways of approaching these subjects in the first place. Slime most of the time is super lighthearted, whilst Overlord stays to a dark fantasy aspect most of the time. But that doesn't change the fact that a lot of the time when you look at the two shows, the difference between them becomes really grey, depending on what you're looking at or how you're looking at it. They both have something that makes their shows unique. In Overlord, the protagonist takes the position of the villain in his world. With well-developed characters that have their own existence in the story, this makes the show's narrative design more interesting and complex. However, Slime is very different in that sense. The protagonist takes more of a passive role, and while my opinion of passive protagonists is normally negative, in this show they're able to do it well. I believe they make this work with the use of the characters that live in the city. The city and its development create a bond with the viewer, and it's also applied to the residents of the city. With the help of one subject that takes priority, both the shows were able to make their shows more enjoyable. In 1987, the world was introduced to the Super Saiyan for the first time. With Dragon Ball being one of the first anime around, it was always going to inspire future manga and anime. One Piece had the introduction of Gear 2 in 2005. Gon in Hunter x Hunter has a transformation that solely revolves on rage and grief, just like the Super Saiyan was at first. And there are many more shows that do the same thing. Nowadays it's common to see characters have transformations, especially in shonen anime. However, every show at least tries to make it unique, making it their own. When creating entertainment for people, you have two options. Either you create and see how people react, hopefully giving you useful feedback that you can use in the future, or you can use inspiration and references to create something that's yours. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. When looking at what makes anime special, it can be very different depending on the person. It could be that you just like specific types of protagonists, or that you enjoy specific genres of anime. There's an endless amount of reasons why someone can find a specific anime special. It could be something very simple, but it might allow you to fall in love with an anime. So I guess we might as well end it on what makes anime special for you. Leave it in the comments. We can have a little talk about what anime you love and why you love them. But thank you for listening. This is a little bit of a different video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.